That's hucking knife for you. Now, we're going to start with tomahawk. There's a difference between a tomahawk and a hatchet or axe. Tomahawk, the head comes off easily, so you don't break the handle when you throw it. It also makes it much easier to make a new handle in the bush, in the field. Just tap it on there, she's ready to go. Second, gotta find your step. I'll try and put this in the camera. Alright. Now for me it's about 7 steps. 6 or 7 with this hawk. It all depends on everything. 1, maybe 5.5. If you're uphill or downhill, it also makes a difference. So, see, when you throw a tomahawk, it goes through the air like this, and it sticks like that. So you don't want it to hit what's right here, because it won't stick, or right here, or right here. You want it to stick while it's here. So you gotta calculate that with the number of steps you take. And once you get the hang of it, you can just kind of guess, you know. See? If that handle was attached, it would have broken off, probably, possibly. Would have been hard on it anyway, but yeah. Yep. There are many ways to throw a tomahawk. You can throw it regular. You can throw it underhand. Or you can do a double rotation, as they call it, which means instead of going around once, the tomahawk goes around twice. And then sticks, you know. Let's see if I can do that for you guys. Let me move the camera first. Alright. Now, to do a double rotation, you just kind of double your number of steps. And I'm kind of guessing because I've thrown here before. I throw here a lot, obviously. That's a dead tree, by the way. All rotten, relatively soft. Let's see if I can stick her. Yep, that's how we do it. Now, on to knife. Okay. Now, throwing a knife is kind of similar, but a little bit different than throwing a tomahawk. You still want that same rotation, you know, in the air, for it to stick like that. You don't want it sticking like that, or if it's sharp enough, it will stick like this, but you want the point, definitely. Knife is a heck of a lot harder to throw than tomahawk, so don't get discouraged if you're trying to try it at home or something. Yeah, usually your steps, the distance you're away from the target will be a little shorter. So, let's see if I can give you a sticker, eh? Right there. It looks cooler than a tomahawk too. Alright. You can throw from the blade side, like this, but I was taught always to throw from the handle, because I keep my knives sharp. Don't want to cut yourself. Yeah, knife is fun too. A word of caution. Alright, pop that little rivet back in there. Throwing knives, as you can probably tell, take quite a beating. They are, they are much thicker than regular knives. Can you see that? Just about twice as thick as my old hickory butcher knife. Yeah. But that's what they're made for. They're made for throwing. Don't try throwing your $200 survival knife, otherwise it'll break. Could break. But yeah, use the tool for what it was meant to do. Throwing knife was meant to throw. Butcher knife meant to butcher and skin. So yeah, if you do throw your butcher knife, you're probably going to break it. Or whatever you call it, your survival knife. Tomahawks, like I said, different than axes. Axes, the head is secured. It's got a wedge in between there, and it's more of a wedge-shaped blade. But tomahawks, the handle comes off, and that makes them more versatile in my mind. Because you can use this for fleshing hides, you know, or you can use it as like a splitting maul or a splitting wedge. You know, make a hammer. Stick this into a log and then beat it down so it splits it. Get your fire going. You can use it just like a regular knife. And in the woods, if the handle breaks, you can just make another one. All you need is a stick. It's slightly tapered. I'll show you again. It's got a taper to it, you see, it just slightly goes out. That's so it can fit in here, you know. And I know some companies have like a screw right here to keep it in place, but you don't need a screw. So, one last thing. I know with all the movies and television and popular media and stuff, people think that throwing knives and throwing tomahawks are for people, you know? You think, oh, if he comes into my house, I'll throw a tomahawk at him. Well, if you throw a tomahawk at someone and you miss, what do you think that person's going to do? Unless you've got about 5 more, it's not worth it. I mean, oh no, now I have nothing. Or, yeah, but these aren't for hunting or self-defense or anything like that. You know, if a bear attacks you, would you rather throw away your only weapon with a chance of hitting him? Or stab him through the heart and make sure you get him? These are games, by the way. These games originated in the Mountain Men era, time period, at least in America. They got bored at the rendezvouzs, and they had competitions, you know. They got bored and they thought, I wonder how many times I could stick a knife. I wonder if I could stick it more times than you could. Or with their hatchets. And thus these were born. So, hope you learned a little something. Go outside.